Michael Dow is a registered nurse at an inpatient psychiatric hospital, becoming a compassionate healthcare advocate, a successful author, and the founder of Dow Creative Enterprises. And Michael is with us here. How are you today?
Great, sir. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Now, you've actually set up the Nurse Florence project. So, can you just explain what that project is all about?
Yeah, we're doing two. The first one is Nurse Florence, which we've won a lot of book awards for, especially the Best Children's Educational Series with Independent Press Award. And that series focuses on questions about how the body works, like Nurse Florence, how do we hear things? Nurse Florence, how do we see things? But we're also covering disease topics like Nurse Florence, what is a heart attack? So if granddad gets a heart attack, you could buy the book and the family could sit down and read it together to understand what the doctors and nurses did in the hospital.
Yeah.
That's the first project, but the next big one that we're doing is Nurse Dorothea, and that is about mental health, and that's one we have the Kickstarter campaign about.
And do you find that children are quite fascinated to learn how their body works?
Yes, we're getting a lot of feedback that not only the kids are loving the books, but the parents, when they read the books with the kids, that they're learning new things with the kids. So this is like a family thing that's going on, not just a elementary kid project.
And is there a risk, I suppose, when you're teaching children about heart attacks and mental health issues, is there a risk of scaring them a bit, or is it done in a kind of delicate way?
It is done in a delicate way, but we don't shy away from what the real signs and symptoms are for the different diseases and what the treatment options are and stuff. But in all the disease books, we do end the book with prevention strategies so that kids grow up knowing what they can do to live a healthier life to prevent getting those diseases. So we're empowering kids to take charge of their health at an early age.
What is that early age? I mean, is it all children or children of a specific age group that you're targeting?
Well, we're not sure because we've had some parents say they've read the book for their 4 and 5-year-olds, and the 5-year-olds are amazed with the pictures and that they're learning and they can understand that the kids are learning as the parents read. But we think the target range is ages 7 to 12. But really everybody's learning from these books.
And I suppose 7 to 12 is a particular age where children like to learn a lot and find out a lot about particularly the human body, I suppose, and everything really around them.
Yeah, it's that's a curious age, right?
Yeah.
And we just want to help parents with another tool that they could use these books to answer the questions, and just another tool in the parents' toolbox.
Yeah. And how do you believe that storytelling and literature can play a role in enhancing health education, especially among children?
Well, like with Nurse Dorothea, we believe that getting mental health information to kids at an early age is going to help them to have better well-being. Like the first book is going to be all about what mental well-being is, and then other books will address other mental health topics like depression and anxiety and bipolar disorder and all the many things in mental health. But having a kid-friendly book that doesn't shy away from these tough subjects and presents the information in an accurate with correct medical terms and things like that. We're just trying to empower kids to take charge of their own health, especially with their mental health, with the Nurse Dorothea.
Now, your journey has been quite remarkable. You've been on the path to medical school, then joining the Air Force, and now you're a registered nurse. So what prompted you to make these different transitions?
Well, it just all happened by happenstance. I had dropped out of college twice, and then felt like I was wasting my parents' money. Then I went back and got focused, and I like to joke that the universe's punishment to me to stressing my parents out for dropping out of college is to get 5 college degrees. So,
Yeah.
so it just all kind of happened, and then my GI Bill was about to expire. GI Bill is what the U.S. military has to help veterans get an education for free. So I decided to go to nursing school, and use my GI Bill, and here I am.
Yeah, and you've had a lot of accolades over the years, including your Silver Nautilus Book Award for Nurse Florence, Help I'm Bleeding, and being an award-winning finalist for A Prayer to Our Father in the Heavens. So how have these accolades influenced your work?
Well, when we got that Nautilus Book Award for the very first Nurse Florence book, that's what made me think, well, maybe I have a gift for writing to kids. So I just kept writing, and now we have an award for the first 18 Nurse Florence books, with awards for other Nurse Florence books too. But we just published book 56. And these awards, help confirm with me and my illustrators, which I have more than 40, that we're producing high quality material, and we're just very happy as a company that we're with all this external recognition of the work that we're doing.
Because you mentioned you have a specific talent for writing for kids, that you kind of found that out. What is the secret to that? Obviously, you have to write differently than you would when you're writing for adults. So is there a technique that is more difficult?
Well, I just keep things simple and keep each page, focused on one idea, so that the kids can focus on just one idea as they read that one page. So that's my little secret formula. But one of my master's degrees, I had to write a paper almost every single week, and I think that really helped me become efficient and concise. Having to do that. So that degree helped honed in my writing skill to be more efficient. But it's just the many different things that I've gone through in my life that's helped help me craft my writing skill, which I'm very. It's a coping skill for me when I write these books. I sit and I start listening to my Beethoven music, and start writing, and it just starts flowing, and it's just fun for me.
Yeah. Well, are you working on any more books at the moment?
Well, at any one moment, we have over 40 Nurse Florence books in production.
Wow.
So we're publishing a book about every 10 days.
Wow.
And then Nurse Dorothea, where we have started the very basics of getting that book number 1 started. So those are our 2 big projects, Nurse Florence and Nurse Dorothea.
And I should ask, where did the name Florence come from? Was it Nightingale?
You should know that. Yeah. Yeah. So it's definitely after Florence Nightingale, to honor her legacy. She's an awesome woman. She did some awesome things, and really improved healthcare, not only in England but all around the world. And I was able to get Nurse Florence trademarked, and my lawyer in England was like, Michael, I don't think you're getting Nurse Florence trademarked in England, because she's a national hero over here. She's even on our money. And I said, well, let's try it. And so it did go through without opposition. But I think we're honoring her legacy in a different way, that Nurse Florence, in all the Nurse Florence books, Nurse really is, presents the information brilliantly. She's just a caring, kind, compassionate, brilliant nurse, and we're just happy with the project that we really think we're just honoring her legacy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, where are we able to find all the Nurse Florence and Nurse Dorothea books and support them and do everything that you'd want us to do?
Okay, so Nurse Florence, you can go to nurseflorence.org, and that will have a link on there to the printer's website that you can order and pay through PayPal. You can also go to Amazon. All of our Nurse Florence books are on Amazon. So that's Nurse Florence. Now, Nurse Dorothea, since we've not published a book yet and we're doing Kickstarter, you got to go to kickstarter.com. And if you search for nurse, just the word nurse, then like the third result is the Nurse Dorothea mental health book series. You'll see that clearly written. And that's where you can pledge to the campaign to help make the second series a reality. And if you do contribute $30, then you'll be scheduled to receive book number 1 3 months early.
Excellent. Well, many thanks for joining us today. It's been great to talk to you.
You too.